this video on an overview of Employee Attendance module in IFW Campus ERP 2.0. During this video, we will have a look and feel about the product. In the module list at the left, there is a module Employee Attendance. This module is divided into two parts, Masters and Forms, and My Attendance shows the employee his or her own attendance. Let's have a look at the forms of these modules in detail. The first form is Employee In-Out Group. Here, the employee groups are created depending upon their in-time and out-time. We have created two groups here, teaching staff and non-teaching staff. For teaching staff, the in-time is 8 am and out-time is 2:10 pm. And for non-teaching staff, the in-time is 8 am and out-time is 4 pm. So, this is how you will be defining the employee groups depending upon their in-time and out-time. You can give the relaxation time. Here we have given 5 minutes as relaxation time, which means if the employee arrives at 8:05, it is allowed, but later than that, it is not allowed. The working hours can be defined here. If the employee arrives late or departs early, you can take various actions. For example, you can charge the fine, you can mark the employee as half day or the absent for full day. You can define the fine rules for late arrivals, early departures, any of the one or both. We have set a fine rule that if an employee is late for 3 consecutive days, then the employee will be marked as half day. You can also charge any fine amount and deduct that fine amount from the salary. Next is Employee Attendance Group Relation. Here you will be dividing the employees under the various groups. HR disciplinary action allows you to take any action on the late arrivals or early departures. If you have not defined any fine rules while defining the group, you can take any disciplinary action here. For example, we have selected a date range and we have to search from this particular date to this date how many employees arrived late. So click on this option, Latecomers, and click on Search. All the employees who arrived late will be listed here, along with their in-time. So this is the in-time. As you know, we defined the in-time as 8 am, but these employees arrived later than that. Now you can take any action. Either you can mark them as absent or you can mark them as half day. For example, for this employee, we are marking as half day. For this employee, we can mark the employee as absent. So this is how you can take the actions. Unauthorized leave. This form allows you to charge any penalties or fines on the employees who have taken the unauthorized leaves. For example, we have selected the institute. Here you have two options, unauthorized absent fine or late or early fine amount. If the employee has taken unauthorized leave, you can charge the fine amount here. And if the employee has arrived late or departed early, you can charge the fine amount for that here. This is the late or early fine and this is the unauthorized fine. You can define the fine amounts here and click on Save. Assign proxy rights. This form is used to assign the proxy rights. If any employee is not available for the day, he or she can assign his or her lectures to somebody else or to another employee. Like, from this date to this date, this employee is not available, so she has assigned her lecture to this employee. Here we have two options, inter-institute employees, which will show you the employees of another institutes in the same campus, and another one is will teach one subject. It means this employee takes another subject in this class or she is related to any other subject, she can teach her own subject instead of this subject. And click on Save to save your records. So this is how one employee assigns the proxy lectures to another employee. These proxy lectures are visible to the employee to whom the lectures have been assigned on the form Proxy Lecture Information. Let's see how these lectures are visible to the employee who has been assigned. This is the employee login. Here, the employee can check the proxies assigned to them on the form Proxy Lecture Information. This employee has been assigned the proxies by these employees. These employees have given the proxies to this employee on these particular dates. Now, it's the employee's call whether he or she can approve the proxy or reject the proxy. For example, in the fourth lecture, if the employee is not free, already occupied, then he or she can reject it. And if the employee is available to take the lecture, he or she can approve it using the buttons given here. Employee Attendance Group Interchange. This form allows you to interchange the group of the employees. For example, due to some office work or any other role, or there are any temporary changes in the timings, even then also you can interchange the groups. Here you have two options, swap attendance group or change attendance group. Swap attendance group allows you to swap the attendance group between two employees. We have selected the date range here. Select the group, select the employee, select the date range from which date till which date this change in group will be applicable. Click on fill. The employee name will be filled here. Now this employee has been swapped with another employee. So we have to select another employee from the list here. Select another employee. Now with this employee, the group has been swapped. Click on swap employee group. Here, you won't be getting the down table. Simply select the employee. Select another group to which you want to shift this employee and click on Change Employee Group. Employee Smart Card Mapping comes in role when you have the biometric machine with you. You have to select the employees from here and you have to enter the card number or reference ID details here. Either you can add the card number or you can add the reference IDs, any of the two, based on which the employee attendance will be fetched from biometric machine and will be fed into the ERP. Once you have filled all the details, click on Save. Now we come upon to the leave types. Here we will be creating the masters of leave types. While creating the masters, you have to define several rules along with the leave details. You have to give a leave name, the display name which will be displayed in various reports, the leave code and order. You have to define two rule settings. One is validation rules and another one are leave rules for calculating balance. Validation rules include various rules like whether this leave type will be monthly, yearly, half-yearly, quarterly, etc. You will be giving the leave in days or in hours, like short leaves are given in hours. Maximum number of leaves allowed in the year, from which date the leave balance will be applicable, whether it is a paid leave, can applied in back date, can applied in same date, negative balance is allowed or not, half days are allowed or not, who can take this leave type, depending on the marital status, depending on the religion, depending on any event when this leave type can be taken. Compensatory rules are set to define whether this leave type will be compensated or not with the holiday or week off, whether it will be encashed or not will be defined in encashment rules. Clubbing rules will let you define the rules whether this leave type can be clubbed with another leave type or not. It can be taken with another leave type or cannot be taken. Leave rules are used for balance calculation, like whether this leave will be counted on holiday, will not counted on week off, clubbing with weekends, clubbing with leaves, sandwich rule will be applied or not, carry forward rules, all the possible carry forward rules have been given here, the default balance rules. So this is how you can define all your rules of any particular leave type, and these rules will be applied while the employee will be taking this leave. Once you have defined the leave rules, then you have to define the leave scheme. Now, leave scheme is a group of leaves. Basically, you are grouping your leaves into a leave scheme. Like teaching employees will be having casual leaves, paid leaves and sick leaves. On the other hand, non-teaching employees will be having casual leaves, paid leaves, sick leaves and on-duty leaves. So this is how we have made two groups of leaves to which we named leave scheme. Employee leaves. Here, you will be defining the opening balances of the employees. Click on Add New. So here we have selected 2 leaves, so we are getting the 2 leaves. If I select the third one and then click on Search, I'll get the 3 leave types. First of all, you have to select the leaves from here. You have to select the options that these leaves will be applicable from the date of joining, the tenure or date range. The date range is given here. The default date range is given here. If you want, you can change the date range also. Now, according to the defined leaves, we define that CL will be given monthly 1. So the leave period is monthly and allotted leave is 1. PL will be given yearly 10. So the leave period is yearly and to be allotted is 10. And sick leave we haven't defined any. Now you can define the opening balances. If the previous balance is there for any employee, you can define that balance here. So this is the previous remaining balance which has been carried forwarded. After defining the opening balances, the current balance will be calculated automatically. Adding up these two counts, the current balance will be calculated. If you want to check the leave rules again, using this button, you can check the leave rules, and carry forward button will be used to carry forward the leaves in further leave, and click on Save. This is how we will be applying the leave schemes, leaves and their balances on the employees using this employee leave form. This was all about the master section of the employee attendance, in which we defined several masters about the attendance as well as the leaves for the employees. Now in the form sections, we will see how the attendance will be taken and leaves will be applied. Employee leave register. This form is used to maintain the leave register of the employees. Select the month, select the campus, select the institute. You can also select any other option which is required and click on Search. All the employees will be listed here. You can just check their attendance, that in the selected month, what were the total working days, out of which for how many days the employee was absent, for how many days the employee took the leave, and what is the actual present count of the employee. So if you are not maintaining the complete attendance record, you can simply manage this employee leave register to keep a track of absent, leave and present, and click on Save. Employee self in out is basically a check-in form. You have to use your ERP username and password to check in and check out. For example, the username and the password is entered. Select whether it is a regular punch or time break, and select the punch type, whether it is in punch or out punch. Employee manual in out. This form is used to mark the attendance in time and out time for the employees. Click on Add New. You can mark the attendance in 2 ways, whole staff and single employee. In whole staff, you have to select one date and mark the attendance for all the employees. For example, we have selected a date, selected a group and click on Search. All the employees will be listed here. Next is single employee. Single employee is a vice versa process. Here you have to select a month and click on Search. So the attendance for this particular employee will be marked for whole month. Let's see how we can mark the attendance using the whole staff. We will select a date, for example, attendance group, and click on Search. You can even select the employee from the list. Here we will mark the attendance for all the employees. You can check all the employees at a time. All the employees will be marked as present for the selected date. If any employee has arrived late, you can change the time. If any employee has departed early, you can change the time from here. So these checks will be automatically applied. If any employee is on half day, you can use this checkbox. If any employee has gone for office duty, you can use this checkbox. For week offs and holidays, also the checkboxes are given. Using all these details, you can mark the attendance and click on Save. This form is useful when you are not using the biometric machine. If you are using the biometric machine, the data will be fetched from your machine directly to the ERP. Here we have several reports which can be extracted using Export, Export Plus, Report and Report Plus. Export gives you the report in HTML, PDF, Excel and CSV. Export Plus allows you to make various selections. Report Plus has some predefined reports, for example, employee attendance, month-wise, comprehensive attendance reports, summary reports, monthly attendance reports, daily performance reports, time sheets, attendance sheets day-wise, ranking by attendance, punctuality and status reports. Let's see a few reports out of these. Employee attendance month-wise. Select a date range, select the campus, select the group for which you want to generate the report, click on Export and Print. You can also take the reports in HTML, PDF, Excel and CSV. In this report, you can also check the latecomers and early departures. Let's look at another report, Employee Comprehensive Attendance. Select the date range, the campus, institute and employee group. You can also use other options given here. This reprocess button is used to reprocess the attendance from the biometric machine. We can generate the reports in various given formats. Here we are taking print. So this is the comprehensive report. Now difference between the monthly and comprehensive report is you get only the row-wise total. Another report is employee attendance sheet. Select the date range, campus, institute as we have been doing in the previous reports. Export the report using this export and print button. Another report is daily performance report. Make the various selections given here and use the export button to generate the report. This is another report format which is available in the ERP. Using the search options given here, make various selections and click on search. Using the Export Plus button, you can generate the timesheets of the employees. We are taking the in-time, out-time here. If any employee is late, we are taking the late also along with the date status. We group the report by attendance date. We are using the serial number. You can also use other options given here like column alignments, orientations, paper size, page margins, etc. Click on Export and Print. It gives you the timesheet along with the in-time and out-time of the employees. If you have marked them as in, they will be shown as in and the day status is present. When you will mark the employee as out, the out time will also be shown. In the same way, you can generate all these reports given here. Next is the lecture-based employee attendance, which is used to take the attendance of those employees who are assigned in the institute only for particular lectures. Leave sanctioner or approver. Here you have to define the authorities who will be sanctioning or approving the leaves. You have to select the rights. These special rights will be created in the main masters. Select the role from here, whether you are assigning a leave approver or a leave sanctioner. For example, we are assigning the leave approver. Select the employee name who will be approving the leaves. In the same manner, you can also define the sanctioners. Once you have defined the sanctioners and approvers for the leave, these sanctioners and approvers will be responsible for approving the leaves
for those employees who are under their control. Employee leave application form is used to apply the leaves. This is the administration login. Click on Add New. Select the employee name. On the admin login, this employee selection will be given. The admin can enter the leaves for any particular employee. Select the leave type. You will get the available balance here. Like the balance is 0, so the employee cannot apply for this leave. For another leave type, the balance is 10. So this leave can be applied. Now we select a particular date. For example, we have selected a date range. Give a reason. If you want to add any attachment, you can add it and click on Save. When you select the date range, the duration will be calculated automatically. Click on Save. This leave record will be saved. So this is how the admin made a leave entry. When it comes to employees, we go to the employee login. Employee login also has this form, but there is a difference, a slight difference. When we click on Add New, we don't get any employee selection here. The employee is by default entering his or her own leave. The employee will be selecting the leave type. He or she will be getting the balance according to the selected leave type. As you can see, the difference in the balance. There will be an option whether the employee wants to apply a half day or a full day. If the half day, the duration has been taken as half day. You have to define whether you are taking the first half or a second half leave. You have to select the date range. Give a particular reason and click on Save. The attachment option is given here. All the applied leaves will be visible to the approvers and sanctioners on the approve or sanction form. Here, using the approve and sanction button, they can either approve the leave or sanction the leave, or even they can reject the leave. If the employee or the authority is only approver or only sanctioner, he or she will be getting only one button as per the role. This employee is both approver and sanctioner, so both the buttons are visible. We can approve the leave. When you approve the leave, you get a confirmation message. While approving the leave, you will be getting the two buttons to approve and to reject. If you want to approve the leave, you can click on approve. If you want to put a remark, you can and click on save. This is how the leave has been approved. You can even reject the leave later on. While sanctioning, same procedure will be followed with the sanction button. If you want to add the remark, you can. If you want to reject the leave, use the reject button. Here we are sanctioning the leave. Click on save. So the leave has been sanctioned. After sanctioning, you can even approve it. This leave was directly approved. The leave can be approved directly or sanctioned, then approved. Now, moving on to another example. Here, we can reject the leave with a reason. We have put a remark along with the rejection and click on save. So this is how this leave has been rejected. Once it is rejected, it cannot be approved or sanctioned. Here you have two buttons, Export and Export Plus, using which you can generate the reports. Export button gives you the reports in HTML, PDF, Excel and CSV. Let's take a print. This is how the report has been generated for approvals and sanctions. You can generate various leave reports like leave balance reports, summary reports, detailed reports for balances, daily leave report, monthly leave taken, monthly leave day-wise, application reports, leave status, etc. All these reports can be generated using this Report Plus button on employee leave application. The My Attendance section is given on the employee login. Here, using the My Proxy Rights, employee can assign the proxy rights to another employee, and the My Attendance form is used to check the self-attendance of the employee. Select the particular date and click on Search. The complete details of the in and out time will be displayed here for the employee. You can also check the late comes and early departures. You can also use this reprocess button to fill the attendance from the biometric machine. This was all about the employee attendance module. Thank you.